Hey everyone, I am so excited to be here with a new little series I'm going to be popping in maybe once a month is my goal, where we are going to community makers and hanging out in some of their creative spaces. And I decided to do this, I think, because inspiration, right? Like, I am so inspired by all of you. The community that has built up around this mill, both in person and online, is unbelievable, like beyond anything I could have ever imagined. And it's as important to me, and you all are as important to me as I think it is to you, so many of you out there or that come into the mill shop. So I wanted to start sharing the inspiration that so many of you guys are providing for me on a bigger scale, so other people get to see it, right? Also, what else? I'm looking at my notes. You may learn some organization hacks, right? As we go into other people's spaces, watching to see how they organize or don't, because if you come in, at some point, I'll let you into my real making spaces. Trust me, they are a mess. This first one we go to, not so much. There were so many great tips I picked up from being in Amy's space. And kind of the final reason is just community. Like community. Again, like I just never thought that this would be part of owning this mill. And I am so grateful every single day for all of you. So I want to start sharing what you're making, because I mean, how much can I actually inspire, right? Time for me to let you all inspire each other too, and in the same time inspire myself. So you're all so important to me. I'm so excited to be here. Our very first guest is Amy. So I went and sat with her, and because it's the first time, I think we were both a little nervous, like what have we gotten ourselves into, as I awkwardly invite myself into your homes or into your super creative spaces. And the reason I wanted to come visit Amy's place is she inspires me so much, because you all have no idea how much you inspire me. Her use of color, when I am at that Carter and I am trying to add color, which I love naturals, I love color too, right? But I always have Amy in the back of my head, add more color, Kim, like just get it on there. So I'm always inspired by how much she uses color and her excitement over it, and it is in my head, so many of you are, when I am creating products. So thank you, Amy. Also, her sewing. I didn't realize how long she has been sewing for, and she's the one that really inspired me to start doing garment sewing. And so for that, I'm excited and thankful to her. And finally, her ability to make so much. I always feel like she's not only making it, but wearing it, which I love. Every time she comes in here into the mill, she's got something that she made that she's wearing. And I just love it so much. It's so inspiring. So I hope, and then when I got to her house and videotaped, I went home and was like, Mitch, like all these things from Amy's space. And Amy is working in a smaller space. She lives in a house with her family, and so she doesn't have a giant room. And I thought that was also inspiring for so many reasons, because I know it's a reason she hears a lot, and I have heard too, like, I don't have enough space, I don't have enough time. And I think she kind of breaks the mold of that and lets you know that in a small space you can still crank and find places to put everything. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you so much for joining me. we're gonna go ahead and see Amy, and I'm gonna share a couple pictures from other people in the community. If you want your pictures displayed of your hand spinning, your knitting, whatever, email them to me. You can find a link in the show notes to my website. That's the easiest way to reach me, youthfulfiberfarm@gmail.com, or go to my website and you can go from there. So let's go see Amy. I hope you all enjoy this as much as I do. all. So we're here with Amy.
Hello.
Yay! And we just did a quick tour, and now we're gonna dive in a little bit deeper because Amy has smaller spaces because you live in this house with your husband.
And 2 sons and a dog, and it's like 1,000 square feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is awesome because we are opposite as far as making spaces
Yes.
go. And now I'm like, maybe I have this wrong. We should have lived in that tiny home.
No. It's all good.
Okay, so we're in the living room.
Yeah. So this is kind of like a TV stand entertainment hutch thing, but in there is some of my little bins of like, I have buttons and little, I don't know, it says fiber crafts. What's in there? Just little patches and things, zippers, my label maker, all sorts of rando things in there. My ball that I use to massage my arm when I'm knitting too much and it hurts. And then more things in here, patches and ribbon and webbing and buckles. I'm always adding handles to things. Shoelaces, I don't know. Just
labels. So many labels.
And then this I use to patch the men's pants when they put holes in them.
Okay, but there's something underneath too.
Sorry. And then underneath is 2 quilts and the batting that goes with it. So I got this one for 50 cents. At a thrift store, and I got its friend for 50 cents too, and I already finished its friend, but now I'm going to do this one for my husband and I. And then I bought batting off eBay and backing off eBay just because Joann's is closed, and now I have to find new sources.
And you are, let's name your craft.
So sewing, some quilting, but I'm not a very enthusiastic quilter because I like to do things very casually and not very precisely.
Okay.
Knitting, spinning, not weaving yet. Someday maybe.
I love it yet.
And I do drop spindle too. Is that it? Some like paper crafts and a few little crafty things like that.
Right.
Baking. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so I needed storage for my fabric. And so we went to the Habitat for Humanity Restore and found this filing cabinet that works really well. So fabric here.
But we forgot the part about how Amy put the couch on.
Yeah, so like I used 2 or 3 of the felt feet thing.
The couch like kind of there.
So it's super easy to move. All the furniture on this wood floor has like really thick felt feet, so it doesn't scratch the floor and I can still get to what I want. So yeah, filing cabinets, super inexpensive storage. And this one, I love it so much. It is from the State Mental Health Division. So I thought that was great. Yeah, I know. I kind of liked it. So fabric, and then there's more patterns in here. Potential projects.
Patterns are way more. I have not figured out how to.
Yeah, so like a lot of these are the clothing. I haven't quite dove into clothing, and that's kind of a space thing. So like when I sew, I can put a big table there in front of the TV and just take over that space. That works. I've done the dining room table. That works. And then you'll see I have a small sewing area in the bedroom too. So it kind of depends on the size of the project I'm working on for where I work.
How does your family feel about, they're just used to it?
They're just kind of used to it. They don't really care. The boys are 14 and 18 and they just kind of do their own thing. And And I won't show you the garage, but if you saw my husband's garage, he's very understanding because he has like his whole world out there.
Okay.
And then, I mean, there's dead deer on the wall. So like,
you're already just, I'm like,
so like he has his own hobbies. He's actually fishing today. He's not even at work. So anyway, so yeah, this has been good storage for, I had a lady give me a bunch of wool sweaters to felt and make into bags. So I'm going to do that one of these days. There's little bits of leather in here. Yeah, lots of just little bits of fabric. My Joy spinning wheel's back here. And I've gotten a lot of use out of that. I actually took it to the fair. I've taken it to some classes. And then there's a couple in progress bins of like wool here. Like this is yarn I spun at the fair. I use some, I call it, what did I label it? Trunk leftovers.
Labeled you all. It's labeled already.
Yeah. Trunk leftovers, plied with Shetland. And then it's 129 yards. And so I have 5 skeins. They're all about 100-ish. Or a little bit more yards. So I ended up with not quite 600 yards.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I have a little bit of Shetland that I bought at Oregon Flock and Fiber last year that I might do, if I go back to Eugene, might get more leftovers and do some more. So anyway, so that's just kind of a little kit of like some stuff I was working on specifically. And then there's a bookshelf over there full of like the yarn texture books, some quilting books, all sorts of, there's a blending board book that I haven't really delved into. It's the bottom shelf mostly.
got your own shelf.
Yep, my own shelf. Yep. My husband at first had me
Raising chickens.
raising chickens. Yeah, we had some of the books on his side of the bed, and I didn't like it because I couldn't see them. So I had to move them out here where I can see them. So anyway, so that's the living room, I think. This is a sewing machine too, and it does work. I've done like some what did I do? Sleeping bag repair with that. It's actually pretty heavy duty. It's a 401, I think, Stinger. Anyway, so that's the living room.
All right.
Yeah, and then bedroom is where more excitement is. Okay, so I kind of set up some little stations so you could see what I'm doing. So this is the sewing machine. My primary sewing machine is a Bernina, but I do have a handful of sewing machines.
Of course.
And then I'm working on a dust cover for this little gem that just appeared out of magic. So I'm working on a little dust cover for it. I usually will sew here if it's a smaller project, but like I said, if it's bigger, I tend to use the dining room table or another big table that I move in. And then I have some storage here for just notions, my little walking foot. This opens, like my thread is there.
Adorable.
Yeah, isn't that cute? Yeah, it's a little 40s Art Deco, and then my pins are here, oils in there, and then what's in here? Oh, and this is, yeah, just more parts for this sewing machine. It came with like all these little crazy parts. There's a sewing machine in here too.
So you have a total of 4 sewing machines that I visibly know of.
5.
Oh, 5.
There's one in the closet. 5 total. Down from 12.
Oh my God.
I know, right? And then this is drops.
Is that in the same house that you had the 12?
Yes.
And this is no judgment.
This was a COVID hobby that went a little. You know, like when you have animals just magically appear at your house. I had sewing machines just like appear at my house. So anyway, drop spindles are in here. I didn't show you that earlier. And then, so a lot of times I'll just
how well even just tucked under the
yeah, and it fits well under there. Yeah, and I refinished these. So back there is a lot of my hand spun yarn. The bottom bin is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter that I went a little crazy purchasing
panic buy.
Yeah, panic buy. Yeah, exactly. And then these are a lot of my like in progress knitting projects, which actually I'm looking at your scarf, Kim. I think I've got a knot tied in this. But I think that's the same pattern. Yeah,
Yes.
it is. So I'm working on this.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, that's a fun one. So yeah, a lot.
You mentioned your thread.
So
I love.
So I've tried to tie little bits of yarn to the actual project bag so that I can look at it and go, what is this bag? What's in this bag? I haven't been very reliable about that, so that's something I can work on.
Love that. Such a good. And your knitting knotties are hanging.
Yeah, my knitted knotties are hanging. This is my like doctor's office bag, like or kids sports bag or whatever when you have to wait, and it's just a Sophie shawl.
Super easy.
I just work on the Sophies like when I travel. There's my hibernating tag that Kim gave me.
It's hiding. It's all the way back against the wall.
Brioche. I gotta relearn it. It's a whole thing. Anyway.
I've done one brioche and it was in the round, and that's about where
This
my
one's
skill
flat. I don't know. This is fiber that's kind of like, I think I had a whole shawl planned and I didn't finish spinning it yet, so I'll work on that. I don't know what's in here. Something that's in progress.
Something that but it's always fun. You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. So I just love command.
Like
the command hooks are a whole thing for me. And then I have tags back here for labeling. Hand spun yarn. My scale is back here. And then I just have like a lot of grab and go things. Like these are just supposed to be little mitts. I just started them for a friend and then I got warm and I quit thinking I needed to knit mitts. Right. So I'll work on that one of these days.
It's coming back. Yeah,
there's yarn in here. Oh, this is like all my little project bags are in here. And I try and cover everything because our house just gets very dusty. So I usually rotate them pretty regularly.
It's grassy country out here too.
Yeah, right? I know.
There's no way to stay clean.
And then this is a linen closet. And so we cut the shelves in half so that we could put a bar in there for my clothes. But then up there is totes of wool, and they're all labeled. Like if I buy something from Kim, like that one says 2 ounce of Clune Forest.
I was like, I recognize some of that packaging. So.
Definitely. And then there's a lot of Spin Delicious over there because I go a little crazy on her color. Mm-hmm. And then down there is like blending board and hand carders, and then a basket full of bobbins. One of these are kind of fun.
A sewing machine is in there.
Sewing machine's in there too. Yeah. These are kind of fun for, my son gave this to me, a little ammo box that he got at Weimar, but it's fun for like...
Oh, that fits, and it fits lots of stuff.
All little drop spindle stuff. Yeah, it's just fun, and it's hard so like nothing gets tangled up. That's just a fun idea, and they're super cheap. So anyway, yeah, that's there.
See, that hunting pole's too for fiber people too.
Totally, right? And then one of the big things I love is these lamps. They're just super cheap, and I am old and I need to be able to see.
Yeah, that's really,
so.
I actually need one for my sewing station.
Yeah, you can. They're in. I mean, they have better brands, but this is a good. I think it works well. Yeah. And then I have yarn under the bed, and so sometimes I totally fine. So sometimes I just like to get these bins out and just plan a project. I just get it out and I just sit with my yarn, like hang out with my yarn and like pick colors. Like I have a sweater on the needles here that I don't know that I have enough of this gray, and I have 2 yarns held together. So I'm thinking, yeah, right. It's size 15 needles.
We were just talking about big needles and Patreon.
So I'm kind of thinking I can get, I mean, I have so much stash. I should be able to get in my stash, and it's bottom up. So I think if I run out, it'll be at the yoke. There's got to be some in my stash that I can just finish the yoke with. So anyway, rather than buying more. So I think that that's something I'll do one of these days.
So this is the sweater we were talking about.
This is the sweater, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so there's that sweater. So,
You were showing me, too, how you have lots of, like, just, like, she can sit here and just reach underneath.
So this is
out.
the fabric that I kind of got out to make the dust cover, and that was kind of a separate event. These are my knitting needles. They normally stored up here, and I have them in this bin that my grandma gave me. And they're, like, by number. So, like, the low numbers are here, and then up to 10 maybe, and then I think the bigger ones are here. So that's 11. Yeah, there's 11. And then most of my 13 and 15s are over here, so on this bag. But I keep them.
We were talking just to about on Patreon, and I made a vow, and we'll see how many people comment below if you are willing to make this vow, that rather than taking needles out of current projects,
I don't.
You just buy a new set.
I just buy a new set of needles.
Realizing not everybody can do this,
the only,
right?
I know it's expensive, but these
and
are the only.
You've got like all different needles.
Yeah.
You're not just like.
I am starting to be more loyal. I'm learning. There's a brand I don't like, which I'm not going to say, but there's one I don't like, and that's okay. But yeah, this is my only set, and I like never use this.
What set is that?
I don't know. It's the Carbons. What brand is it? I'm not sure. I bought it during COVID because I was trying to support a local yarn store, and I like never use them. So
that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, Knitter's Pride. I mean, they're nice.
So that's the only set you have.
Yeah, it's the only set I have.
You know what? We talked a little bit about this in Patreon.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think that this may be the better option.
Yeah. So, and I mean, a lot of, like, what was that? I mean, that was on sale. I usually try and get them on sale or find a local yarn store. Yeah.
I've been on the road before, and you're like, Michael's! And you
totally,
I didn't bring the right set. And
there's a local yarn store in the town where I work, and there's one in Salem, and then Kim has some needles. Sometimes I'll buy them from you. But like just sitting here, I can sit and knit and watch TV and have my little light, or I'll sit and spin here too. This chair actually works okay for spinning. And then I can reach down here if I need to get something to weave in my ends. And I have like little hand lotion, and then I bought one of these. I haven't really used it much.
You don't have to stand up. That's the point.
Yeah, it's all just right here. And then, some needles are in there. Oh, I forgot about these. I do kind of like these Flexi Flips. I kind of love them. I kind of love them
too. If anybody,
they're a little pricey, but they're really nice.
I am obsessed with those. I think
like I have my highlighter tape and my little needles for weaving in the ends. Oh, I think I have some barber cords in here. Oh no, that's a ruler. I do have barber cords somewhere there. That's a ruler. It's kind of fun. It's leather. It's a bracelet. And there's like little gauges and rulers and scissors. And then, let's see. And these are like a million stitch markers. So many.
You can't have too many.
I know, so many.
To be bling, something to be just like purely for
functional. And then these are the needle, like the stoppers. I bought those from Kim. But then one thing I did one year is I took a bunch of wine corks and I just got different sized drill bits and I just drilled holes in them. And then I just marked them. So like the same drill bit I used. And then so now I can kind of remember who the friends are. It's actually kind of nice. They work really well. So
your next business.
I know, right?
Right now.
That's okay.
It's trademarked. It's
yeah, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, and then down deeper in there is my ball winder, and then the rest of my Swift is behind the sewing machine.
Here. It's not even stuffed. Like, it's not stuffed. It's all organized.
Yeah, sometimes it explodes a little, but like...
But that's just when you're in.
Yeah, it's okay. And then back here, normally is my like... there's a little box of notions back here. Some random stuff. Maybe that's where the barber cords are. And then the straight knitting needles are in a case. And then they fit in the double points. And I can just put that right back here, and then it's out of my way. And then that sits up there usually. And then, do you want to talk about these?
Yes, these make me so happy.
So this is my knitting project book. This is probably my third or fourth one. It's like a journal, like a junk journal, somebody told me once. And so, and I just, each project I do, like, you know, in June of this year, I did this Firebird scarf. And it was one where you held a lot of yarns together. It was a great stash buster. So I did one that was DK-ish. And then did I say what size needles I used? No, I probably should have. But this one I used size 13. So I did a chunky version for a friend. Oh, and then I bought a unfinished scarf at a thrift shop. That was kind of fun. And so I finished it. And then I wrote a little note about the pattern here. And then I did another Firebird scarf for my sister with all these different stash busty pieces. And then, I can show you that one. I just finished this Striptastic scarf. It's a Maxim Sur pattern. And I use hand spun merino that I was still learning, and it's fairly underspun.
Looks beautiful. But once you knitted it.
Yeah, once I knitted it and I held it with some colored yarn. Yes. And then that way if it pills a little bit, it's going to be fine. And then I try and put the tags from what I used. And then like this other project, I can get that out real quick. It's one ply is Kim's dyed Romney, and the other ply is an art bat from Workmade. And then this is Savory Knitting's Weymouth shawl that I did. And then, I'll get it right now. And then I didn't like the edge because it looked unfinished, so I did an afterthought I-cord edge. I'll grab it and show you. And it worked really well, actually. So I like wrote my notes about that.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, it turned out really good.
So pretty.
Oh, that's backwards, but... Anyway, so that's my knitting one. And it's crossing over to my spinning. Yeah.
Love this.
We had a couple weddings to go to, and I don't love weddings because they're really boring. And so I always bring a project. So this was my project that I used at the wedding. I just sat in the car and knitted after I did like my social obligations.
I mean, I was knitting at a baby shower too.
Totally.
Like, you know what? Sometimes it's just...
That's what you do. Keeps me awake. Yeah. Yeah, it turned out really good.
Like, Amy is one of my color inspiration people, for sure.
But you dyed one of the colors. One of the plies is that...
I was probably like, Amy's in my head.
It was that tomato Romney that you dyed. So, and then the other ply is an art bat.
I really like the trim on it.
Yeah, it was a little learning, like I probably used too many stitches there and it's flaring. But the it's the applied I-cord. It was really fun. Mm-hmm. And then that yarn is used estate yarn. So that was perfect. Yeah. And then the spinning journal is much like the knitting one, but I tried. Look, there's all Kim's little monthly cards when we had the yarn club, or the fiber club, I should say.
Thank goodness for you all. Sometimes I'm like, what was that one?
And then there's like a Spin Delicious one. And I love her handwriting. She's so cute. Beth Plymate, she's so nice. Spin Delicious.
Yeah, she is.
And then, and there's a blending board and just an example of that. And then I'm kind of stingy with my yarn. And so sometimes I have to bring the samples back later and tape them in.
No,
but then,
because it's even like when I'm tying figure eights, you're like, I don't want to cut too much.
I know. And look, there's the little Drilla spindlet that and so I try and save your tags and put them in there. And then I applied it with a mohair sweet pea. And then I took that leftover sweet pea and used it with that orange and blue one. And so I should get that one out. But it's a lot of barber pulling, and it has like the cream and the orange and the blue. It's kind of fun. So I held them together, and then
so it's like you're going like you're just
and I saved a page here for this yarn samples that I didn't have the heart to cut yet. So sometimes I'll save pages. And then there's, what was that one? Rummel CVM. Look at that. Oh, and then the teal. I did this. This is a Romney lamb. I started spinning it, and then I didn't know what to do with it, and I actually left it as a single. It's my first one I've ever done. It's a little overspun, but I think it'll be okay. So, and then, so then sometimes Kim's little notes are in here. See?
Aww. If I really know you, sometimes you get some extra notes.
Yeah.
Extra notes in there.
Yeah. Just a lot of, there's Fiber Club, Mystery Roving, See, and then sometimes I'll give myself ideas like, a cape, mittens. It's on the fuzzy side with the mystery staple link. The mystery staple links. Well, and then what I tried to do, and then where, like, I try and write what, like, I did e-spinner for plying on that one, and I used my traveler, and the bobbins were super full, so I can kind of give myself ideas of how much the bobbins will hold.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So, and then these are drop spindle. Oh, this is your Ewethful, that Christmas one that's so delightful. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yay!
So fun. Yeah.
All right.
It's a little everywhere.
What I love about after we wandered around just for a few minutes before, I was like, so I have like 17 spaces that are all huge. Like I don't have any small crafting space. And I'm like, you know where your stuff is.
Yeah.
You keep track of it. It's organized. I could sit and I would probably have to go to 4 different rooms and then be like, oh, it's at the mill. You know, or just so.
Well, and I mean, there are, like, I will have to go to the living room to put that fabric away, and that's fine. The ironing.
You're pretty good about putting away.
Yeah. The ironing board is one of my tough ones. I didn't set that up for you guys. I usually do it over there by the door, or even in the bathroom. I'll set up the ironing board. You can't get to the sink, but it's okay.
I mean, you're right by their water.
Or sometimes I'll do it on the kitchen counter and just put down a blanket or a towel.
Yeah.
Kind of just depends on where I'm working. Like, I haven't needed to iron this yet.
You're even crafty about where you're going to get this stuff done.
I have to be kind of creative just to make it work. But, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Awesome.
There's ideas everywhere. Yes.
And there's some of my sheep on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, there's your sheep. See?
I hope I'm in your bedroom, too, everybody.
I know, right?
My sheep, anyway. Maybe not me, but...
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think we will sit down and... Oh, wait. Is this the picture?
That's... Yeah, that's fine. So my mom made my wedding dress. And so that was in 1999, December 28th, 1999. Wow. We got married right before Y2K.
Good job, Mom.
Yeah. She did a good job. Yeah. And so, yeah, $200. I mean, of course, the labor. I can't quantify the labor, but like, yeah.
It was priceless making.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And then I made 3 bridesmaids dresses, which I cannot find the album.
For your bridesmaid?
Yeah, so I made all 3, which was probably a bad idea. That was a lot, but it worked. Yeah, super affordable.
For a friend's wedding, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It would be a different level of stress, though.
Yeah. So, but my grandma got in town and helped him. My mom helped him. So we got them done. It worked. And then it was December, so I bought everybody little cardigans because their dresses were fairly similar to mine with the straps. And anyway, they kind of empire waist.
You also have the memories with your mom and your grandma.
Totally.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. So that worked out good. But yeah, it was kind of a lot. Yeah. I don't know if I recommend it, but it was super affordable. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll sit down and talk a little bit more. I'm going to pretend like I'm knitting while we sit down.
Okay, sounds good.
Basically, my knitting will sit in my lap.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Let's go find a spot.
Okay, we can sit in the living room.
All right. I hope that you all enjoyed that as much as I did and got inspiration and great ideas. I cannot wait to hear what you all thought. So please comment below. Maybe if you let me know what you learned from Amy or were inspired by. I know she would enjoy that as much as I would. And I think my favorite things were the yarn on the project bags. I probably was like, oh my gosh, don't forget to show that, because I was like, this is an amazing idea. Her level of organization, I am sort of polar opposite. I think I mentioned it in there, but I have so many big spaces. I guarantee Amy gets more made because of her smaller spaces and the level of organization she has. Whereas I am running up and down stairs, or like, this is in the studio, this is at the mill, this is wherever. And I feel like half the time I'm just running back and forth. So I was so inspired by her level of organization. And also her journaling. Oh my gosh, that was my happy place. And even last night I was sitting knitting and like taking much better notes about a certain technique so that I could think to go back to it later. So I'm excited to hear what y'all think. And the conversation does go on. We actually do sit and knit and chat a bit. And so that is going to be first up on the audio podcast. I will put a link in the show notes to it. So if you want to go listen to that now while you're in the car, on a walk, whatever, I love audio podcasts. So check that out. And I'll probably put it up on YouTube next week as just its own little separate thing. So stay tuned if you don't want to go listen to an audio podcast or that's not your thing. Everybody, thank you so much. If you are looking to meet other fiber folks and be part of this amazing community, maybe consider joining my Ewethful Patreon. Amy's there, I'm there, and so many other awesome people. I am just always, every time I come away from anything we do there, I just have a new level of like, I just want to go in my craft room and start making all the things. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I'm going to keep it short and quick. Until next time, be kind to your neighbor, stay healthy, and make so many pretty things. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.